Hello, Scorpio. My name is Jade Gatato, and I'm coming to you with a reading for the new moon in Scorpio. This is an exciting time for you guys. It's where you guys get to embrace your own nature, which is insanely recognizable and powerful. People know this about you. So I have friends who are Scorpios, and they say that like all the time the Scorpios love to be Scorpios. It's something that they love about themselves. It is that time of year where we get to manifest things in ways that are most natural to you. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. It's coming to you with a good start. Now, what we do with new moons is we try and work on things that we would like to change about ourselves in manifestation. Now, with Scorpio, this is about emotions. The moon is in fall in Scorpio, most simply because it's like these are the emotions that we don't communicate. It's like the moon is at its strongest in Cancer because Cancer is all about the communication of those emotions and trying to enact change or bring about a new age. But in Scorpio, it's more or less all the taboo or unsaid facts of our reality that go unnoticed. So this is like your time to begin your transformations in ways that are positive or absolutely necessary. It's like I can't work in this environment without feeling a certain way, or I can't be in this relationship without feeling a certain way. Like it's like if you have distaste for something, this is about excuse me, I just burped, but it's about if you have a distaste for something, you're like, is this worth subduing? Do I want to continue in this environment? It's like, are we thinking about changing our environment because it no longer makes us feel respected or makes us feel the ways that we would like to feel? And it's like, it's not something that we can communicate to others because things are the way that they are and we know how to accept that. Scorpios know how to accept that. Things are the way that they are, so I might as well do something in my external world to change the reality or place that I'm living in. I don't want you guys to feel as though things are out of reach, or I guess that we'll discuss that today. What needs to be seen for Scorpio, like if we want things to change, but things feel as though they are going to take some time, the Knight of Swords is in reversed. I think that this is a new perspective that I'm talking about here, and it might be giving you something to think about. But we need to designate think about the emotions and the ways that things make you feel, and think about what in the external world could change. Something that I've been thinking about today relates to this, where we don't want to give platform energy or attention to negative things. So it's like getting you to change your perspective on life and focus on things that do bring you joy. Focus on things that give you fulfillment, not the things that don't. And because that's where our attention lingers, and that's what this card is outlining here. It's like when it's upright, we have our Knight of Swords in kneeling to a source of new knowledge or light itself. We're looking for the brighter things in life to bring us fulfillment, bring us that attention that we seek in our in our own self-awareness, the attention that comes with being self-aware. That is what this card represents when it's upright. It's like, I know where my direction is. I know where I'm going. I know what brings me fulfillment. So I'm going to continue to look in that way. It's not fast action. It's just acknowledgement. So that's what we needed to see. It was in reverse. So now that we've turned it upright and turned it on its head, we have a better understanding of where we need to go for this reading. So what is getting in the way? What is our obstacle here? Obstacle. Spirit's telling me to keep going. Okay. The Tower in reverse. Oh, I think, okay, so there's a little bit of chaos that we're embracing. So it's almost as if it's like we would like to see, instead of creating the change ourselves, we would like to see it just crumble naturally. Like, we would like for change to occur so rapidly and so foundationally, like there's no choice but for change. And that isn't, I mean, that's one way that we can look about things, because I mean, that can bring us excitement. We can feel a level of abstract fulfillment that way, because it's like we know that this structure is doomed or destined to fall, but it's a matter of when. Or this new way of life. It's not necessarily like, I'm not talking about anything specific here. I'm trying to be as abstract as possible so it resonates with you. Because I don't want to talk about like businesses getting turned under or religious fundamental, like if we talk about the Catholic Church and we know how it's not sustainable in that way, in that regard, it's like, when is it going to crumble? When is it going to fall? We're waiting for things to happen now so that we can get over it. But we need to accept that sometimes this tower is not going anywhere, and we need to embrace the things that bring us joy and make a direct action that in that regard. I'm being very blunt with you, but it's like we need to progress forward and not just look for the chaos that we want to change our lives. We need to bring about change in our own way. So let's go ahead and, Catholic Church was a specific example, but it resonated with me. I didn't have anything else further to say on that. Let's go ahead and check on the inner world now that I've given my spiel. Inner world. Okay. Oh, 5 of Cups. So again, we're focusing on what isn't working for us. We're holding on to, there may be some specific hobbies that you are working with right now that bring you joy, but it's like we're focusing on what hasn't been filled or what doesn't work for us. She's in this picture, she's looking at the relationships that have been lost in the meantime. So there may be friends that are involved that keep you attached to this way of life. There may, and it's this social divine intervention, if you will, where it's like, oh, I don't want to be in this environment anymore, but I've created long-lasting relationships and friendships, and that might change if I leave. So it's like but again, we're not necessarily, because this was in reverse, we're not necessarily asking for things to go south. It's more like that's what brings us joy in the present moment, and you relate to your friends in this experience. You You pray for a time where things are going to be different. But recognize that the relationships, those fond relationships that you have, will end if this tower does collapse. And you'll have the wisdom to be able to have discernment as to who you give your attention to, what things might, these relationships, if you end up prioritizing what brings you fulfillment, it's like these relationships no longer bear any fruit to you. This is a huge moment right now. Don't be in denial. This is very hard to accept. These things are hard. There are emotions. This is about fixed energy here, and I'm getting a lot of fixed energy. But the moment you turn around and again embrace the positive change that can take place in your life, then you will start to experience freedom, or experience a new change in your scenery if you're just so tired of the way that it's manifesting in your life. That is your message, Scorpio. It was very, very hard to give to you. But again, I bring you the message, and it's up to you, again, how to proceed forward from this taking place. This isn't a divine intervention. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm pointing out things that are taking place and in the ways that I see it. And I hope that you guys have a positive and forthcoming future. I hope that it is my hope that you can continue these relationships that you have with these people, even if you do leave. It's like, hey, this person has a fond memory of you, so your absence shouldn't mean anything. It won't go anywhere, or it won't change. This person's still going to be there for you, and they're going to be active. Unless there's some jealousy or envy there, but I don't want to get touched on that. I didn't see anything in the cards about envy, so I'm not going to even set that in stone or ground that into this reading. But just be aware of that as well, if that resonates. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments that you would like to say about this video, please leave a comment. And if you enjoyed it, drop a like, give me a subscribe. It'll help this experience grow. And thank you so much, and take care, okay?